Hello everyone and welcome back to another brand new Motogp 24 career mode episode. Now, in the last episode I was asked a couple of times by a certain few people about the overall performance of my motorbike. Now, if we look on the screen here, you can see the team comparative and you can kind of see where we're at. Now, it shows that we're in the middle. I'm not really sure about that, to be honest. I would definitely say we're not in the middle. So like, if you look at everyone other than Red Bull, KTM and up, we're all pretty much in a straight line. I'm ahead of Tech 3, Trackhouse, Idemitsu, Factory Yamaha, Rossi, Factory Honda. Now, I don't believe that for a split second. You've seen the last episode. You saw what we were doing in Kazakhstan. Any track that has a slow corner, we are being absolutely touched. And yeah, so that is the team comparative at the moment. I do not believe it for a moment at all. You can see there on the bike statistics where we're at the moment. For me, the big thing I'd like a bit more engine power. I'd like more stability, controlled fuel delivery, probably aerodynamic load, just because I think the biggest issue is getting the power out of the bike down to the ground and keep the front end down, because as we saw so many times this year, I just can't power out of the corner. I'm basically on a superbike compared to these lads on these factory GP bikes. So that is the issue. Now, of course, we don't have any transfer rumors at the moment because the first season I have it disabled. We have some strange relationships with certain people. I don't know why I'm not happy with Mark and Frankie and Elias, but we're going to glance over that. We have, of course, now Aragon, the 3rd race this year in Spain. So let's see. We've been to Spain a couple times this year. We've yet to do anything really special in Spain. Aragon has a bit of everything. Has a long straight, has a flowy section, has a bit of a stop-starty section. So there'll be strong and weak points for me this weekend. I'm hoping we get a good weekend, because I feel like the last few ones I've just been slightly off the boil and I haven't performed. So I really want to have a good race weekend and see if we can kind of show off this skill. Lads, it's getting abysmal now. We're 2.5 seconds off. We're the only man in the 47s. The top lads are high 45s. Why is this doing this thing again? Alright, we're not getting to see the top guys. I get to see me at the bottom. I actually made a lot of setup changes, which I don't usually do. I usually make 1 or 2. And again, funny enough, started about 4 seconds off. Got it down to 2.5. A bit more respectable. As you can see, Honda. We're all at the bottom. 0.6 of a spread though to me and Joan. Yeah, Joan Mir unfortunately is also suffering. 2 seconds off. I'm on soft. I'm low enough fuel. I'm trying to make these radical setup changes. Yeah, it's another weekend where points will not be on offer unless something goes our way. Like in that session, at the very last moments, I got behind Miguel Oliveira, so thank you for the tow. Didn't do anything. I went quick in some sectors, slower in others. I'm overriding, so I can't put a clean lap together. If I try and ride smoothly, I go slower. I think in the races, I usually ride a bit more consistent and calm, and I kind of roll around, and that gives me time. But when I'm trying to screen by in the practice sessions and qualifying, I just don't find any time. So I'm gonna try and get a wheel in qualifying 1 to see can we just throw ourselves up into maybe the teens. I try not qualify last at the moment is my goal, but we're having an abysmal time with this Honda. Just quickly guys, if you do enjoy today's video, if you wouldn't mind, let me know with either a like or a comment, and maybe even consider subscribing for future videos. Thanks, back to the video. So we bolted the first set of softs in. Fortunately we managed to get ourselves in a really kind of popular part of the track. Nobody's around, so I'm going to have to do my first lap on my own. And then go and try and get a tow for the second lap. But at the moment, made a small setup tweak with my engineer before the session, see can we get the bike just a bit more turning on the throttle and see how that goes. So we found a small bit of lap time going in Q1. Thankfully not last, 11th. Managed to get a tow behind Augusto Fernandez and Jack Miller. Shout out to Zarko up in P7, that'll be 17th on the grid. 46.1, that's a ridiculous lap time out of this bike. You can see Bottom three are Hondas, and then Mir and Zarko are further up. Yeah, there's not much else to do really. Even in the last run, I went with a worn soft front and medium rear and just tried to ride smoothly. And to be honest, I wasn't going any slower. I was still doing the same lap times. So there's just an inherent problem with this bike. I know I'm not slow. I know, given the right equipment, I'm not in Q1. But at the moment, with this bike, we're just in a bit of a patch where we need to suffer on until either A, we get a Repsol Honda C for next year and we can develop the bike in our own way and bring this bike on, or we completely jump ship altogether. At the moment, I'm not too sure because I want to. The whole career mode idea was to bring Repsol forward again, but we're not getting any sort of love from Honda. So why should I stick around with Honda when they're not going to give me anything? When I've been by far, okay, the last couple of runs maybe I'm not top Honda, but throughout the season I've been the only one getting them any sort of points and keeping their name somewhat intact. But yeah, it's all in the air at the moment. We still have a lot of racing yet to do, so contracts will be decided later. But for now, we're maybe looking elsewhere. So for the sprint, we are P21 out of 23. Top 20 is the goal really for me at the moment. If we can trouble the top 15, I'll be really happy. Again, maybe a couple of riders, they don't make it to the finish line, we could pick up kind of positions there. But overall, it's all about getting the start, getting away clean. Now, the opening sector in a GP race at Aragon is quite tricky, so it's a very difficult tight left-hander, and then the uphill part, it's very one line. So we could go forward or we could go backwards, so let's see how it goes.
Jorge Martin heads from pole position. All of the other riders on the grid breathing down his neck. In a few seconds, the lights will go out and the race will begin.
All right, let's go. Lucky there not to fall with Luca. Oh, Mir. And we are last. That's what I said could happen. Oh, we're down! What a strange crash that was. We have rejoined, but well, we're already 20 seconds back nearly from the lead. That was such a strange crash. Must have done similar to what Marquez did in the Aston sprint, where he just touched the curb because the front went down. I know the riders front may be going a bit slow and I kind of got caught behind them, but that's a real worrying one. We're going to carry on, see if we can kind of push through, but I'll kind of know by lap 2 or 3 whether we need to fully do the sprint or not, because at the moment we've already lost 8 seconds to Mir, who's already out-qualified us, so we know over one lap we're not quicker than him, but we'll see in the race pace what we're like. Oh, Pecco's crashed out of the podium once again. The championship is soon becoming a Jorge Martin special. Long lap for Alex Marquez. There's lots going on here in the sprint. Pecco got a track limits warning as well. GG. I believe I also have some sort of damage, as tried to brake a minute ago for a corner and went straight on. So we're going to push on, do one more lap and see, but the bike does not feel right. Not that it has at all this weekend, but even more so now. Oh, Martin is down now. What is going on? Are we going to see a Marc Marquez victory at home on a Ducati? How strange would that be? We haven't seen it yet in real life. A lot of people expect at this track he should go quite well. Maybe now we're going to see it. Yeah, we're currently lapping out in the mid-48, so we're 3 seconds off. So I think we're going to retire the bike on this lap. Not much point really just trundling around here at the back of the field when we're 3-4 seconds off. We clearly have damage. And just kind of rebounce, and hopefully we can get a better go at the main race. So by retiring, Ashanese won it. Martin somehow gets second. Pecco 5th. And Marquez ends up 3rd. So don't know what happened. Zarco's 12th. Almost scoring points. So Zarco's having a stunning weekend. Yeah, so it was a poor weekend. Sprint, as expected, was shocking. So, main race time, we're going to go gamble, we're going to go hard front, haven't tried all weekend, just going to try something different. Medium is the recommended from my engineer. I was overheating like mad with that. The soft was acting better, but I'm not getting great feeling from soft, so we're going to go the opposite way. If that fails, we'll probably try the wet in the next race. Anyway, let's get to the race.
Jorge Martin heads from pole position. All of the other riders on the grid breathing down his neck. In a few seconds, the lights will go out and the race will begin.
Okay, see what we can do. Not a poor start. We are last once again. See, can we end up with a non-double DNF? That would be the first time all year we double DNF'd. I think we actually did we double DNF in Jerez? Oh, it's getting tight and twisty. Sure, here this is a better start though. See, can we get through here? We're gonna go around the outside of Nakagami. Lost his race in 2020. Leave the brake off, up the inside of a few. That was a strange overtake. Don't know how I managed to get that done, but we're making progress. Oh, yellow flag. Someone's off there to my left, I believe. I was struggling so much, we're going to go for a real late entry back to first. Gonna stick with them in the slipstream. No. Thankfully it's Honda's behind me, so they're not going to counteract me. Last corners have been absolute pain all weekend. We just don't have any natural turning in this bike. That's not been a bad first lap. Oh, we've come from so far back. We have managed to stop it, but I think he'll have the better line. No, he's actually a bit timid on the outside. And that was a lunge. Wasn't even going for the overtake, just trying to claw back some of the distance we lost in the last sector on the straight and the last corner. Already a warning for oh, it's Pedro Costa. I read that as Pecco. F. Bagnaia, P-A-C-O. Wins there, bouncing across the car. That'll be a warning for him. On point. I think in these races when they're battling, they do hold each other up a bit. Because we should not be keeping up with these guys. Here comes the drag race again. So you can see visible there where we're losing a lot of our time. So the pace seems pretty slow back here, so we're doing 47.1s. Already gone a bit quicker than that this weekend, but that is pretty much our limit still. So I'm kind of glad that we're not going stupidly fast. We are doing our speed and we're still kind of keeping with them. Have a look at that delta time. We are what I would call motoring. Fast lap of the race weekend for me, all coming down in this race. Hard front tyre, seemingly working. So as that look, we go wide. Comes out my mouth and then the rear spins up. So the Honda has just punched me for putting in a good lap. But what I will say is, that's a warning. Yeah, that's number 2. I'd imagine we're having the same issues that we've had for many years with the milestone games, that the simulated times are just far too quick, because I gained a lot in RINs there by doing the mid 46, whereas that's probably where P20 was doing. He did the simulated times. So at the moment, as always, we are working the races. Oh, Martin out of the lead. 2 days, 2 crashes. Long lap from Miguel Oliveira. So having a good weekend. That's not going to be great for him. We're actually, I just realised we're battling for points here. And we're getting to the point now where we're in the slipstream, so if we come out of there, we don't lose as much, which sets us up into an overtaking opportunity into 1. So wide. I think the 2 VR46 bikes, the GP23s, are ahead of Augusta, so I don't think we have any chance of really battling them today. Again, 47.0, so we did drop back on that lap, but we did make a lot of mistakes. I know Mark Marquez has crashed out the lead. Nobody wants to lead this Aragon GP. Love to see what's going on in the front. Love to be near the front, but we're not. We're doing our best to fight for points here today. The Hitches Bagaro just got a drop 1 position penalty for an irregular overtake. Love to see what happened there. Maybe crashed on, or passed under yellow or something like that. Rins just doesn't have the horsepower to get past Augusto. He has turning capabilities in that Yamaha. I'm having an amazing lap here. I'm right on the back of these again. I'll come into my sector now. Another crash up the front. Alex Marquez this time. Just don't pull him up down. Oh, we've gone wide there as well. Come on, slipstream, pull me along. Now, where we're going to have a chance to pass for points. We are 1 position outside. Oh, make that points. I think that's... I don't know who that is. But we are now somehow in the points. It's Fabio Quartararo, I believe. We're battling his teammate. And now we are somehow scoring 1 championship point. Learned from mistakes from the last race. Of course, we have the Aprilia of Raul Fernandez right up my back wheel. So we don't have time to rest on our laurels. Augusto Fernandez with a track length ahead. Smell blood. It's the best exit we've gotten. Still not good enough. Is it? Double slipstream. I'm going to back out of it because I think Rins wanted to go for it. We are running out of laps. Augusto's front looks to be on the wandering edge at the moment, so we're going to use that information as that he is on his limit. Mid 46 again, so we are over the limit. Let's just say that. Oh, mistake from Augusto. That Rins around him. Don't have anywhere to line him up yet. See how fast this KTM is in a straight line compared to the Yamaha. Poor exit from him. Very poor exit. We still just don't have it. We have enough run at the last second of it. Get a flag. Oh, we've gone straight. That is one of the VR46 bikes. We get a run up the start finish straight. We do. We're going to have to leave the brake off into 1. Oh, it's contact. He stayed there. He has a look at me. He's not happy. Not really sure what for. We're now back in the hands of the Aprilia, so we're about to cost us more points. Just see the back end kicking around there for Augusto. So we have a lap and a half left. We need to do it somewhere. See what Rin's is doing now with clear air on the Yam. We're now getting better driving him. Saying something. Here on wide. I see again twitch at the last moment. Also has spent his tires trying to keep up with Rins. Or keep Rins behind, I should say. I'm gonna have to go for the same move again. I'm gonna go for a nice wide sweeping line, try and stop it and point it and shoot. See the spinning from the KTM in front. Busto's having an amazing last lap. We are over the limit. The front is moving everywhere. Don't know if we have it anywhere. Oh, that should have been a crash. Could be it. So over the limit in there. We need a poor exit from Augusto. And that really wasn't. I think it's too far back now. And if he makes a huge mistake into this last corner. No, I think he has it. There's not much I can do from here. We are nearly matching our fastest lap on this last lap, but unfortunately couldn't get the KTM.
In a few minutes, the top 3 riders will arrive for their well-deserved podium ceremony. In the meantime, let's take a look at the MotoGP race final results.
So, Maverick Viñales, 21 minutes and 9 seconds, manages to get the win. We finished 20 seconds exactly off in P13. A handful of points for me today. After an abysmal weekend, I'll take it. I'm pretty happy with my performance there. Managed to dig deep, and I suppose again in the race, I kind of probably relax and I ride different, but whatever I was doing, again, maybe it was a hard front, but we managed to have a good Sunday performance again. I think if I look up the grid, we are top Honda. We're ahead of... So... Zarco, yeah, the 4 of them are behind me. So we actually get points well from Mir. Fair play to Mir. A lot of people crashing out. So we lost Alex, Fabio, Pedro, and Fabio Di Gianantonio. He was the one that was off at the last corner. There's a lot of other crashes too, but a lot of them remounted. I think Jorge Martin, Pecco, and I think Marquez crashed as well. I think everyone crashed really. So again, we're a bit fortunate. We picked up points. Enea Bastianini must have crashed, but he's down at P16. So again, we're benefiting from staying on the bike, but you have to stay on it to win. So yeah, overall a much better Sunday. We managed to get a good run. The lap time much better. If we could have qualified there, never know, then we could maybe get away with the front guys and maybe try to do something different. In the championship, we are still in a sandwich between Frankie and Mark Marquez now. And imagine in the next few rounds I'll probably lose my positions to Frankie and Aleix. They're only 3, 5, 6, 9 points behind both of them. So even by the time we leave the next round, we could be behind them. But still, nonetheless, P6 on a Honda after the season we've had. We're doing really well to be there. Again, the goal will be to stay in the top 10. If you go back to Alex Marquez, who didn't finish today, big margin. So we should be able to do that, but as we can see, we can go rounds without scoring any points, so it's going to be tough to keep it, but we'll do our best. So next up is one of my all-time favourite racetracks, and that is Misano. Now, would it be a good track for Honda? I don't know. It's going to be a rough weekend, I'd imagine, ahead, but we're going to try our best and see if we can sneak some points. Probably in the main race, top 15 get points. So again, he told me after FP1 and stuff like that there in Aragon that we'd finish the race. Probably should have finished about 12th or 11th if we should have got the Yamaha of Rins, and also just slightly ran out of performance and made a few mistakes in the last couple of laps that cost me a chance at getting Augusto. So again, if we could just clean ourselves up slightly, but again, I was really happy with the performance in the main race there. I really felt like I got the most out of my package and got some good lap times. But I'm going to end it there. I hope you have enjoyed. If you did, drop a like, subscribe to see more. I'll see you back in a future episode for the Misano GP. Thanks for watching. Slán go fóill.